Okay. Does that look real?
Well, he definitely wasn't looking at the final cut here, because the CGI in Thor Love and Thunder is revolutionary. And Disney, rightfully so, submitted the film for Best Visual Effects considerations for the upcoming Oscars. About once a decade, sometimes even only once in a generation, you get films that feature revolutionary visual effects. Take the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, for example. I mean, apparently they're not even real. Let's be honest though, if Nolan directed Jurassic Park, he would have used real dinosaurs, but that's besides the point. Or this scene in the Titanic, in which it turns out the cast wasn't actually drowning in the Atlantic. Or 2009's Avatar, where James Cameron made the risky decision not to actually shoot on location in Pandora, but rather use digital effects to bring the landscape to life. These are monumental moments in cinema that have changed visual effects forever. The CGI is awe-inspiring and has shaped how we as an audience view movies and allow us to realize what is possible on the silver screen. Furthermore, it's opened up new doors and creative avenues that filmmakers can utilize to bring their visions to life for the world to see. And now, in 2022, I thought we had seen it all in terms of breathtaking visual effects. Heck, even within the MCU itself. But then I watched Thor Love and Thunder, and I instantly knew we were watching a paradigm-shifting moment in visual effects. When this scene here played, my whole theater erupted.
Thor? Can you see me?
We just couldn't believe what we were seeing. I remember looking around the auditorium and seeing people get emotional, as without directly saying it, we all sort of knew that we were witnessing a defining moment in cinema history. Something that will change the landscape of what is possible with computer-generated imagery, and it was honestly a bit overwhelming. I was sitting beside an older couple, and they were wiping their tears with a hanky, and in the row in front of me, I could see younger children in absolute awe, almost as if no one could believe what we were seeing. It just goes to show that revolutionary moments like this really bring people of all ages together. I mean, look at the effects here. It's pretty hard to believe that this isn't practical. Or jump over to the scene here with Zeus. I mean, I did some research, and apparently Taika actually chose to use special effects rather than shoot on location in Omnipotent City. Not sure if it was budget cuts or travel limitations, but either way it doesn't matter in the end, as look at the brilliant composition work here and mastery of visual effects on display. I'm thinking they must have built a perfect replica of this house of gods within Omnipotent City, because you cannot tell me that this is green screen. Part of me actually still believes they shot on location but are saying it's CGI work just for the awards, but maybe I'm just not seeing things right. Anyways, the entire film is just a clinic on how to do visual effects properly, and probably the biggest paradigm-shifting visual experience since the first Avatar. I honestly think that Jimmy Cameron must have been pretty upset that this film released earlier this year, because I just watched The Way of Water, and I wasn't impressed by the visual effects work because of the masterclass I had already seen in Thor Love and Thunder this year. I've honestly found it difficult to watch any film, because I now know what is possible with visual effects, and everything else just kind of feels subpar. I also think Christopher Nolan was feeling the heat from the genius work of Love and Thunder, because he chose to actually drop a nuke while filming Oppenheimer rather than using visual effects. He probably knows the chances of the explosion looking real, now that the audience knows what's possible with CGI, might have been too challenging for visual effects artists. Anyways, all this to say that it is a no-brainer that Disney submitted this for Best Visual Effects at the Oscars, and it's definitely a lock to take home the trophy. I don't know if there are any sport betting apps for the Oscars, but you could bet your house on this winning, as it's probably the most impressive CGI work in the last decade. All of this talk about the Best Visual Effects Oscar, and I almost forgot to mention that Disney also submitted the film for Best Picture consideration, which guys, I gotta be honest, it's also a lock to win that, just based off the effects alone. This is movie of the year. Maybe even the last decade. What a cinematic achievement from Marvel here. They sent the film in for consideration, but consider it a lock to win, guys. This is the point in the video I'd usually ask for your guys' opinion, but I'm sure you all agree with me, so I guess the question is, what was the reaction like in your theater during some of the film's more brilliant CGI spectacles? Are you also going to bet your house on this winning? What are you going to do with the money? Do you think anything else will even get nominated this year? Let me know all your thoughts below, and I'll catch you for the next video.
I no longer go by the name Astrid. I'm now known as Axel.
What the fuck?
So yes, clearly this whole video was sarcastic, but if you're interested in my actual thoughts on Love and Thunder, I have them encapsulated in my ranking every MCU movie video. And also have my review for The Way of Water dropping soon on the channel. I just wanted to watch it a second time to gather my thoughts before making my review. If you could like and sub too, that would be pretty neat, and I'll see you for the next video.
I need is that.
Ratchet bitches wanting Frenchie's not Philippe. That's the type that put me in my mood. She know that I'm out, but she come cool for me.